Big Trip of Life, day 3. Let's go, Napa.
Andre over here, he's really good at doing the overhand jerk off.
Alright, you guys know the deal. Physique check is where we're at today.
Look at what you've done. Stand still, falling away from me.
I believe we're standing at about 177 pounds. It's gonna be a great day. Alright, and we're out. Once we get in the car, we got a nice white Monster waiting for us. As soon as we let Napa in there, you guys are coming along with me. But yeah, let's get it. Cheers, guys. Alright, I'm gonna start you guys off on a quick quote, and it's basically, in life you're gonna have many problems, be it family, financial, but as soon as you get sick, none of those really matter. It all ends up becoming, how do I take care of myself and my own well-being? Because if you're not around, then how are you gonna be able to worry about any of those? And I feel like if you dig a little bit deeper into that and think about how much control you really do have over your health, every day you should be setting your health as the priority. But nowadays, I don't feel like that's what people do. Because no one wants to go to the gym. No one wants to work out. Because your day, I'm assuming, is filled with so much work, homework, school. You gotta take the kids to school. But what's gonna happen when, you're sick in the future? You have diabetes, you're obese, you can barely walk up the stairs because you're out of breath. I just want you guys to kind of put that into consideration with your everyday life, Try to plan a workout in, because I want you guys to be healthy. I don't want you guys to have just one problem. I want you guys to have a bunch of problems. Because having problems in life, I think having a lot of problems in life is a blessing. And I feel like, although it sucks to have problems, I'd rather be drowning in stress. Being drowned in stress is a good thing. And it means that you're going somewhere in life and you're moving forward. Alright, we got a lot in store for you guys today. We've just made it to the gym. It's a nice shoulder and arms day. So what that means is we got overhead press, we got shrugs, we got different curl variations. And it's gonna be all for you guys. So you got Cam, you got Andre. Andre's hitting the bench, 185. He's a beast. We're gonna start off on some quick warm-ups. So here's a warm-up montage for you guys. I feel like the thing with overhead press is not a lot of people like to do it. I think it's because it's hard and there is some risk to injury, but I feel like if you're trying to build shoulders, it's one of the best workouts and not a lot of people utilize it. So 3 to 4 sets of 5. If not, I'll just lower the weight and then finish off that 5x5 with reduced weight. But yeah. So I'll show you for this next set. What I like to do is I kind of like to set the bar a little lower than normal. That way I can get underneath it and almost load it up onto my upper chest as if it were like a spring. So really getting underneath the bar helps for this technique and being able to push more weight. That when you're doing these, you're almost like pushing your head back a little bit to give the bar room to go straight up. Otherwise, you're pushing the bar up almost in front of you, and that's gonna end up risking your shoulder health and like accidentally dropping the weight. But if you move your head back a little bit while you're doing this movement, it allows the bar to go straight up and makes it a little bit easier to prevent the bar from slipping and reducing injury. Alright, we're gonna do one more set for fun. Just reduce it to 35 pounds. Do 5 of those, and then we'll move on to some curls. Alright, our first bicep movement of the day is gonna be preacher curls. Usually I like to use the small little easy bars, but the free weight bench is kind of taken right now. So we're going to the machine, our next best option. So what I like about having this like support for your arms is it helps keep the motion that you're pulling the dumbbell in a very strict motion. So you're almost working on the peak of your bicep on this one. And on the machines, what's good about the machines at least is that all you have to do is pull. So you're able to really focus on squeezing the peak of your bicep. As with like a free weight, you would kind of need to be able to control the weight all around, so you're working on all different muscle groups. But if you're, like I said, just trying to build that peak, the machines are great. Alright, we're going on our last set, trying to hit 8 on each side. It's probably going to be like 6, but Cam's going to give you some action shots right now.
Abdul, I'm thinking of you.
He's thinking of another guy right now.
That was like 5. I'll make my left arm a little bit bigger for you, Abdul. This is 6 on my left.
Something
5
else
on
is
my right.
also getting bigger for you, Abdul.
Alright, it's not getting bigger. You know, I feel motivated right now. We're going to do one more set, lighter weight.
I do this. I'm trying to do like, I'll jump over there, not just by a shit ton. You're going for full range, yeah. And I get a long gear, but I keep part here, but it's forward. Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's better for health. You're working out the whole thing.
Alright, next up on the list, we got some hammer curls, superset with the incline dumbbell tricep extensions. So this is going to be a killer for kind of like the outer part of your bicep, just like this entire area, and then your triceps at the same time. But let's get into that. So for the dumbbell curls, the hammer curls, I like to have the weights hanging right in front of me and trying to keep your elbow as stationary as possible. You're swinging the dumbbell to the center of your chest. So the dumbbell should be almost facing upwards. Same thing with tricep extensions. You kind of want to keep your elbow as stationary as possible, hinging at that elbow point, and you're just going up and down from there. By the time you get to your like 4th or 5th rep, you start to feel it burn. Just keep pushing. And the fact that I'm supersetting all these makes it so that we're just doing 3 sets for the combination of the workouts. Next, we're gonna go into shrugs and lateral raises, also superset, pretty heavy. Probably gonna do 3 sets of 8 for those as well. So when you superset, for me at least, the movements I'm doing hit like a completely different area of either like your shoulder or arm. So all you're doing is minimizing the rest in between your sets, but you're not really sacrificing any performance because it's a different muscle group. Guys, we hit a new record, 6 likes on our last video. I want to thank you guys for 6 likes. You're doing great. Lateral raises at least, don't go real heavy. I've been doing it for a while, so 35 is okay. But make sure in between each rep, you're bracing yourself, because I feel like lateral raises in particular are what usually injure me. So make sure you're bracing in between each rep and try not to be looking around too much. The moment your body kind of leaves that equilibrium state where your spine's like straight up, like if you tilt your head while you're doing, or you're like looking around while you're doing the rep, as you're pulling up, it's easy for you to tweak something, and I want you guys to stay safe. So, dude, Cam, why do you always do 10 pounds on the tricep?
He's got really good form because he's used to jerking off 2 guys at the same time. Same with Andre over here. He's really good at doing the overhand jerk off.
So sort of the goal of any tricep movement is you don't really want to be moving your elbow too much, and you really want to be focusing on extending your tricep, moving the weight with your tricep. So if you really want to build that horseshoe on the side of your arms, just keep doing tricep movements. I don't think it necessarily matters what type of movement you do, as long as you're going into the gym every day, pushing a weight that is challenging and trying to progress every day. That's all that really matters. Out that me and Cam invented once again, isn't that right?
Yeah.
What was that?
It's not true.
All right, so for this workout, me and Cam invented this once
Not
again.
true, not
it's
true.
very true. So you're gonna want to change out the attachment for a D handle, and then you want to almost lean up, butt against the machine with your elbow along the cable bar, forearms straight up, and keeping your entire arm stationary. You want to focus on just flexing your wrist. So when you flex your wrist, you're hitting this entire lower part of your forearm, and if you want to build a girth right here, this is the way to do it. So again, keeping my arms still and just flexing my wrist downward. 6 reps, but the vascularity is already coming in. I'm getting that pump, and that's what you want out of a forearm workout. Yeah, I hope you guys try that one out. I don't see a lot of people doing that, and I don't know, crazy pump. We're gonna superset that with another forearm curling variation. So again, kind of keeping good posture. For this movement, you're almost just having the bar glide up against your body. And then when you get to the top, really try to squeeze those forearms. Just like that, the workout's over. And I'm recording, and that was a little bit over 1 hour. So, like I said, and there was Santa in here. I didn't get to show you guys Santa, but it's pretty easy to just fit one workout in. You know, like I said, I go 7 days a week because if you're serious about it and you really try to fit it in, 1 hour is all you really need to get a good pump. But yeah.